never had seen such a pretty face with such a warm.
Good morning, what?
It wasn't hard for me to notice.
Hey, what's up, Coach? How you doing, girl? Hey,
My heart and held
hey, good morning,
away.
hey.
Excuse me, miss, what's your name? Where are you from? And can I come?
Good morning.
And I'll take you.
Come on, tap that screen. Tap that screen. What's up, Carrie? What's up, Donisha? How you doing, baby? What's up, Cass? Come on. Tap that screen. Hey.
At least then I won't regret.
What? Hey.
I missed the chance
What?
for
I'm coming. She coming. Hey. She coming. What? Hey.
going on with my day. But at least she heard me say.
Hey, what's your name? Where you from, baby? Hey.
And I'll take you out.
Come on. Hey. Come on, tap that screen. Come on. Tap that screen. Give me. Give me some shoulders.
And I'll take you out.
What? Good morning.
Don't worry.
Good morning.
Let me know.
Tap that screen.
And introduce myself to you. 'Cause you never know.
I see you. What's up, BJ Friend? How you doing?
And hopefully I'll find it in you.
What's up, DJ, the one and only Wilkins? How you doing, baby? What's up, Takesha Fairley? How you doing, baby? Come on, tap that screen. Tap that screen. What's up, Periscope? How y'all doing?
I'll come get you, baby. Can I
Hey.
take you out tonight?
What's up, Leslie Battle? How you doing, baby? Hey,
Can I take you out?
can I take you out tonight or this morning? Can I take you with me? I'm just saying, where you from? What's up? It is a beautiful day. I'm so excited because I'm going to have my boo on here. I can't wait to have Vitamin Q on here. That's what I'm saying. Like, I cannot wait to have him on here. It's gonna be great. And I'm excited about that thing. So all I'm saying is, let me get my life together, pack it up, put it in my chest, and run it into the D-line right now as I am waiting. But before we start all of that stuff, you know, today is, again, April 26, 2019. I'm your girl, the Algiers Diamond. This is I'm Just Saying. And I'm just saying, good morning. Yo, it's been such a long time that I've been able to talk to my boo. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I got up early. I made sure I had brushed it in my hair. I made sure I was queued up in here because when Q gets on the screen, when Vitamin Q gets on the screen, he's just fascinating and I love him. And so I love to have great conversation with him. But before we get into all of that stuff, what's up, Lisa Dove? Cass, you ready? Latonya, you ready? Keith is ready. Let me do what I usually do. Good morning. Yes. Good morning. Good morning to y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to y'all. Hey, I hope you slept well because I prayed for you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to y'all. Good morning to Mika. Good morning, Edgar. Good morning to Keith. And good morning to Cass. Oh, I hope you slept well, my boy Vermin, because I prayed for you. JB Jackson. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to y'all. Good morning, Donisha and Alifia. I love me some Alifia. That thing right there, that's my friend right there. Tia Denise in the house. And everybody that's logging in, it's a whole bunch of y'all. Y'all just coming in because y'all miss Q too. Y'all miss Q as much as I miss Q, and y'all miss the conversations that we be having on the show when he is on here. So here we go. Let me move on to shout out the folks who are celebrating birthdays on today. Let's get to those folks celebrating birthdays, because we always want to celebrate each other. Yes, we do. So let's get to that thing, because I want to shout y'all out. And if y'all have friends, family that are celebrating birthdays, y'all want me to shout them out, just let me know. I'll call them for you. There's only 2 people celebrating birthdays on today. There's one guy named Nelson Woodley, and he's celebrating his 29th birthday on today. And Kerwin Julian Jr. is celebrating his birthday on today. So, happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to them. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to them. Now I said, what's that number 1 zodiac sign? Still ain't yours. Hey, I said, now what's that number 1 zodiac sign? It ain't yours. Wait, cause is it Aries? No. Is it Taurus? No. What about Gemini? No. And Leo? Boo. What about Cancer? Not them. Them Virgos, they don't count. Come on, Scorpios, y'all ain't about it. Aquarius, where they at? And them Capricorns, and them Pisces, where they at? Y'all still not number 1. I shouted y'all today. I shouted y'all like I gave y'all a shout. I gave y'all a shout. I said, what about? And they still gonna come on here. They gonna still come on here with this doggone Taurus Nation stuff. Let me fix my hair, because I ain't got time to battle with Lisa Dove Washington this morning. Like I don't have time to battle with you, ma'am. You need to get it together, package it up, put it in your chest and run into the D-line, because it's not fair for you to come on here every morning and start mess. I don't be trying to start no mess. It's not Taurus, Donisha. You don't like the view? I see myself. Sayin, you need, what you want? What you want? More lighting? I'm just asking for a friend. I just want to know. I'm sorry, but like, you want to see my, I know what you be looking at, Saeed. And that other view, you be looking at my legs. You be looking at my knees, sir. You like looking at my knees? I just want to know, do you have an infatuation with my knees, Saeed? I'm just asking for myself. I'm not even asking for a friend. I want to know if it's because you can't see my knees that you feel it. Look, I can dress up from and be like Roland Martin, dressed like this. I can go out and dress like this and be cute at the top and pajama pants at the bottom with this view. I like this view. Shucks. Get your life together. Watch me on your TV, Saeed. You can see my face if you watch it on the big screen. All right. But the number 1 zodiac sign is and always will be, go Libra. I'm a Libra. And we Libras. Alethea Libra. I did say Capricorns, but they ain't really got a whole bunch of y'all, or y'all really not representing each other, because y'all stink. I said that with all purpose. Y'all stink. Capricorn stink. So, of course, they probably just shouting out Libras at this point. Like, you know, folks who don't stink. Thank you, Sam, for sharing. Let's move on, because it's time for the spill, and I want to do one story before I get my precious vitamin Q on this joint. So it is time for the spill. Get ready, baby. Let's go this time exactly what it. What the spill, what the spill, what the spill. Hey, hey, oh, what the spill. Hey, oh, what the spill. Oh, what the spill. What's the spill? What's the spill? What's the deal? What's the dealio? What's happening? What's going on? What's the word, bro? What it is in the streets? Who what it is? What it is? What it is? What's the spill? What's the spill? It's the 411. What it is, love? What's up? It's popping off in them streets. Well, what's popping off in these streets right here is that they got a parrot that's more gangster than all of y'all. That's more friend than all of y'all. This parrot doing hard time. Hard time. Houseway, wiseway. Why is the parrot taken into custody? Why? Why was the parrot taken into custody? You know what I'm saying? Like what could the police have possibly wanted with this parrot? Well, let me tell you, this parrot hipped his friends to the police. That's what he did. When they came to raid them, it was a drug raid, and the Brazilians, it was a Brazilian drug raid. They took the parrot into custody after he alerted his folks. They coming. Oh, it's the police. It's the police. It's the police. Hide the drugs. Hide the drugs. The bird was seized on Monday afternoon after the police did a drug bust in a neighborhood in the northeastern Brazil. The unidentified parrot ain't giving his name, and he ain't talking. He's not talking. Probably don't want to crack around here. Okay. So the bird actually started shouting, "Mama, the police! Mama, the police!" Like he was like, y'all need to flush real quick. Throw that stuff in throw that thing into the bathtub, run some water on it, flush it down, like do whatever, because the police is coming. Mama, they about to come get you. And the police not gonna feed him the way that, mama feed him, because he probably, you never know. Parrots snort coke. I don't know. They trained them for it. Now let's see what the first 48 hours gonna be like trying to talk to a parrot. Some of y'all talk like parrots anyway. Just saying. Some of y'all don't even have loyal enough friends to alert you when they about to come and get you for Facebook jail. I just say, some of y'all don't even get the heads up when somebody reported you on Facebook for you to go to Facebook jail. This bird is like, "Mama, look, I don't need you to get locked up, because Mama, that's who feeds me. That's who loves me. These police don't love me." I really wonder what it's like inside of the room and where he's detained at. They probably get the bird, asking the bird to talk, and the bird is like, not like y'all though. Not like y'all, because, y'all love bumping y'all gums about other people's business. Oops, did I say that? I mean, that is a precursor to what we are going to be talking about with vitamin Q today. Understand, some of y'all bump y'all gums so much. Talk about other people's businesses. Talk about other people. I understand some of y'all is real messy, and it gets messier as the days go by. That's what I'm gonna say about that. It gets messier as the days go by. I got a question, and Vitamin Q is going. We're going to get more into depth about this. Why is it that it always it takes an artist from somewhere else to put New Orleans folk on the map? I'm just asking for a friend, because I know a whole bunch of great vocalists and artists who doing a daggone thing in the streets, been hustling and trying to get there, trying to make sure that the sound of New Orleans doesn't get lost, especially that brown beat. I'm just saying, why does it take for Beyonce, who mama from Louisiana, and she probably not, I don't even know where is Beyonce mama from? Is she from New Orleans, or is she from like Monroe? I'm just asking for a friend because you have to really be careful about this thing. Like, it took for Beyonce to put DJ Jubilee. Okay, no. Would they have a whole but? Oh no, is that too much for y'all? Is that too real for y'all, or should I just skirt? Just slow down and don't go into that thing because y'all not ready for that. Why does it take for? Tia said, "Girl, not Moreau." Why does it take for somebody else to use their platform to give folks who are very talented and who have been doing things in the community in New Orleans for so very long? Okay, all right, okay. I'm just asking for a friend. I was just asking for a friend or two. Let me get my life together. I'm waiting for Vitamin Q to get his butt on here. I am so ready for him to get on here. I have time for another story. You said that thing that was from Booty. Her mom was born in Texas. Oh Lord, so she just a Texas. What's up, Randall? Patrick in the house. Everybody say hey, Patrick. I was on with the men, the husbands on WHUR last night. If you did not catch me on there, you should have caught me. There is another story that I can talk about until Vitamin Q brings itself up in here. Black folks can now live. Why is this even a subject that we have to talk about and discuss in 2019, the year of our Lord and Savior? In Grand Rapids, there is now a new law that they are trying to put into place that it would be a crime to call the police for black people. The headline says, participating in life. They have to actually make a law for people to stop calling the police for black people just living. In Grand Rapids, Michigan, they're saying it will soon no longer be just unfair to call the police on black people just breathing, but it will make it a criminal misdemeanor to racially profile people of color for participating in life. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. So we have to actually bring that into law so that we can actually live without being called, having the police called on us for us just breathing, for us just bringing our families out for a walk, or having them in the park and doing a barbecue, just for moving into an apartment building, just for driving a vehicle, just for taking and going walking through the store and maybe looking at some items, picking up items and putting them back down. All of the same crazy things that we have gotten called on. Like the police have been called because we were just living life. Tia says, yes, because the law isn't for us. Leslie Battle says, some of them know others if them do. Some of them know others of them are doing hashtag too much. What's up, Lakeith? How you doing? Well, Saeed, you need to get an iPhone. Ain't nobody worried about your little your phone. You have an Android, I bet, sir. Exactly. Cass Brockington said it's already illegal in Florida to improperly call 911. Doesn't matter what they put on the books. Are they going to enforce it? I hope that they do enforce it. That's That's the thing. I really hope that. What's up, Dryer Buzz? Good morning to you. Thank you for being on, and I know that you're watching it on the big screen. But are we in 2019? Isn't it? Are we supposed to just be able to actually at least sit in a Starbucks and have a meeting and enjoy their free Wi-Fi when our phones don't have any service, just to go and sit in Starbucks and not really have to buy anything, just chill, maybe, talk to some other locals in our area or something like that. Isn't it 2019 where we should just be able to allow our kids to raise a little bit of money for a summer trip by selling, bottles of water for 50 cents, way under the price that we bought it for, and packaging from stores that's overpriced for water? What's up, Jared? How you doing, baby? Isn't it 2019 where we should just be able to drive around in our vehicles without getting major tickets for minor traffic violations or problems with a vehicle that might not have a good taillight or something? I'm just asking for a friend. Just asking for all the friends. Vitamin Q, where is your ass? Oh, wait. Okay. All right. I'm just asking for a friend. Coach Tawana, what do you think? Do you think that there's a law that they're going to enforce it? Because Yolanda says she's watching on the Fire Stick. We need that law in Atlanta. White women have problems with me live streaming. Wow, almost caught a case twice because you was about to hurt them. Really, Yolanda? They had a problem with it? They had an actual problem with you just streaming when they come up in your face and they... Okay. That's appalling to me, that we don't have the ability to just breathe. I started a group for my local area, the area that I am local in, and it started because of the fact that even our thoughts written on Facebook in groups where it's supposed to be all inclusive were ridiculed. They were totally ridiculed and not taken seriously. I had a woman ask, not in my group, but in another group. She asked if she could have a list of Black and minority-owned businesses. And you know what happened? Chaos incited on that day, where they were upset, and I'm not just white people were upset for the fact of her asking that question, saying that asking for minority businesses would stop people from looking for their businesses. What's up, Lorraine? How you doing? What's up, Malik? And they were upset, although all of the minority businesses never get their shine, never get any attention from them. If someone asks if there is a good automobile service repairman or mechanic or whatnot, there are more than 60 suggestions of everybody else except for someone who is Black or brown. But when someone asks just a simple question, they are upset and up in arms. It's you get tired of them being upset, because when they've oppressed people for so long, equality, and I read this quote, feels like oppression to them. How my baby Malik doing? If you don't know Nola Torres, you need to know Nola Torres. That's K-N-O-W, Nola, N-O-L-A, Torres. That's Malik Bartholomew. He is the CEO of Nola Torres. I love it. Tia Denise says segregation. Then y'all have no choice but to go to your own people. I'm not being funny. I'm being serious. That's true. That's truthful. That's truthful. I think Vitamin Q is trying to make sure that he look real pretty or something for my screen. I told you that all I did was brush my hair. Quincy, where are you? You need to get it together, because we need to talk about the happenings that's going on in New Orleans. We need to talk about the people that are that have been missing you. We need to talk about the people that have been pushing you down. Where is you? Just asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend. Uh-oh, where I'm at? Oh, where I'm at? Where you at? Y'all, I'm so sorry, because I don't know where Q is. I don't know where Vitamin Q is. And I'll just be waiting. And if he don't get his butt up on here, I'll just move on to the next thing. Because, you know, I have to keep on moving on. Move on. Let's move on, because I do have another story that we can talk about, but we were going to talk about it with him live. Miss Reedy, Game Over Reedy has made the news. And I'm not just talking about, for real, Stu, I'm not just talking about the regular news. This was all over. This happened. It actually made Newsweek. Reedy is on Newsweek. She was arrested after sending her 5-year-old to school in a ride-share car. Rihanna Oliver of the 2300 block of 4th Street in New Orleans was booked the other day by the St. Bernard Sheriff's Office. She's 27 years old, and they call her Game Over Reedy. Game Over Reedy. Wait a second. I think we got somebody here. Oh my God. Let me see. Can I hear you?
Now I can hear it.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. Let me. We're going to talk about Reedy, and let me put you up on the screen, okay?
Okay, perfect. Let me put this on the mount. And you can hear me good, right?
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay.
Uh-oh. What am I saying? Do.
I'm in a web meeting right now, and I got that for you after, okay?
Let's see. Let's put you up here. Let's see. There we go. Now I can hear you real loud.
Okay.
But I can't see you. Hold up. I'm going to have to, let's see. Now I need to put you up here. Let's see if you can come up here now. Yes, there you go. All right, everybody. Vitamin Q is on. Tell Vitamin Q, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. How are you today?
All right. I'm so happy to see you.
Good to see you as well. It's a new season, new year. Happy spring.
Happy spring
How was
to
your
you.
Easter?
My Easter was actually uneventful, and that's a good thing.
Okay, good. Good.
All right, I was about to start talking about some New Orleans mess, if that was all right.
There's a lot of mess, ain't there?
A lot, but I was talking about Game Over Reedy, since she
Okay.
made Newsweek, Quincy.
Not Newsweek.
She made Newsweek. And they're talking about her putting her baby into the rideshare in order to go to school.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you got to say about that before I say anything.
You know what? That's a lot. That's a lot. I'll tell you, when I shared the story, I didn't know it was her. You know, and once it started being that it was her, you know, like the whole kind of like that whole, I love Game Over Reading, first of all. She is actually one of my favorite viral stars from the area just because I like her idea of bounce music. I wasn't impressed with what she did. I wasn't, and I'll tell you this, when I shared it, not knowing that it wasn't her, I was like, you know, it's horrible that they don't have resources for women who, like, if something's going on where they're not at their home and they still got to get their kids to school, that they, you know, like, and they're not on the bus route or something like that. It's really hard. You know, I can empathize with that. Then when I found out that it was her, I'm kind of thinking to myself, well, you know, I don't know her situation. She could very well be a rapper and have a full-time job or have a job or something like that. So I'm not going to say, you know, why couldn't she have taken a kid to school? But, you know, she's always kind of making videos riding around in her car. So, I mean, I know that she has a car. She wasn't feeling well. I get that, too. It's like, if you're like, I've been so sick with the flu that it's just like, I couldn't imagine having to take a kid to school, let alone even getting them ready for school.
Right.
You know, so when you don't have help there, it's kind of like, you know, I get that single mother struggle. I get that. You know, I also get that, you know, it's, you know, like safety first. There's nothing about Uber or Lyft that screams safe to me. There's nothing that, like, I don't even personally take it for myself because I'm, because I don't like too much like the idea of it. I wouldn't put my dog in it and I wouldn't put my child in it. I don't even recommend that women that I know use it. You know, like I know a lot of women feel like they can go out and get drunk as they want to and use Uber, but I'm like, you're getting raped on the way home. So, you know, but I'm not going to speak ill against Uber or Lyft. All I'm saying is, it's like, damn, you know, if you know you're like somebody like that, people are kind of turning it around on the Uber driver like he shouldn't have taken the ride, but it was like he was tricked into it. Like she brought her kid out there, put him in the car, and left and wouldn't come back outside. What should he have done?
Oh, that's how they went.
Yeah. It wasn't like the kid came outside and he was just like, oh, come on. And then he realized, oh, I don't want to do this. Like in the articles, if you read them, he's saying he was like, you know, she put him in the car and he wouldn't ride. Like she closed the door and she wouldn't, and then went inside and wouldn't come back out. Like he was like knocking on the door or something like that. So it was like, and so she's getting online saying, hey, I was kind of watching where he went and he went straight to the police station. But I'm like, if you was watching where he went, you know, he didn't leave the house for a little while as well. Like he was trying to get that kid back to you. So that's why it was marked as desertion.
Oh, wow. For me, there's so many levels to this because there's actually a rideshare service for children that parents who struggle. I'm not sure if it's in that area yet, but it's similar to Uber and Lyft, and it's like the rideshare for busy parents or parents who don't have vehicles, etc., etc. Of course, you know, we see people on television all the time, rappers and singers and all that stuff, and you think they have money and then, you know, their car actually broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really know our struggle, but white people do it all the time.
Yeah. You know, like, I knew there were a lot of rich white kids that I knew that grew up taking taxis to school. You know, like private cars, limos, things like that. So I'm not going to say, for me, the problem isn't that you put your kid in a car and told them that I don't even care when they said, hey, put them in the Uber driver. I'm like, that's still not too big of a deal. The big deal that I think a lot of people are missing is that the man didn't want to do it.
Right.
And she wouldn't come back outside. So he's like, what do I do? And he took the kid to the police station instead of leaving him outside. So, it's not like he agreed to do it and then left. And instead of taking him to the school, he took him to the police station. It's not what happened. So under those circumstances, I'm just like, hey, if he didn't want to do it, then call. If you were using Uber, then call Lyft. If you're using Lyft, call Uber. I'm not saying, or call a cab.
Right. It's interesting to me because now she's all over the news for this, and it's going to be sensationalized. And again, it's hard for me because I travel a lot. I travel a lot, and I see little kids on airplanes all the time. And guess who they're escorted by? The airline stewardess or whatnot, and sometimes not. And it's they do that, and they fly their kids from one part of America, from the East Coast to the West Coast, and West Coast and back for their summer breaks with their parents, when parents are split up and all that stuff. And you don't know those people on that airplane either.
I'll say that to this. I'll say, we can very much make that argument, and that's very true. But when you make that argument, then you have to go and really look at the statistics of missing children.
Yes.
And when, sometimes we might hear an Amber Alert and stuff like that, but for the 1 month that you might hear one Amber Alert, literally probably a good 100 kids could go missing and not in maybe your area, but if you live in a big city.
Yes.
Or at least your state.
Yes.
So, it can be done successfully, definitely can. I'm saying I probably wouldn't do it for my child.
I wouldn't do it for my child either. Wait, yeah. I'm just trying to play. Yeah. I got to play the other side of the story. I can't agree. Not my children.
I'm not putting my child on the plane. Like if I had it because that is a real situation. I know people who are like, but they'll also say this: my kid's too young to fly by themselves. I don't know anybody putting their but I'm not saying that that's not happened, because I don't want to say I don't know anybody, because I definitely have heard of stories. I know a lot of stewardesses that say, they'll put their kid, as soon as their kid can walk, they'll put them on that plane to their parents or their grandparents across the country. Back in the old days, white people used to Pony Express their kids to their grandparents' house.
Pony Express.
So I'm just saying that it's dangerous, and we have laws now to protect children from being carelessly, trafficked. When we talk about, I guess my only issue with it is the next time we're talking about child trafficking or, human trafficking or anything else like this, how do we resolve this? How do we say it's okay to put 5-year-old kids in Ubers and Lyfts and then be like, what's happening to our kids? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
This should be a wake-up call to the Black entrepreneurs. It might be something that's needed. Now, someone made the point that, we put our kids on buses to go to school every morning with people that we don't know, and that is very true. But maybe a ride share might be more convenient for those who don't want to put their kids on those buses. And there's so many stories coming out about the buses the drivers not driving correctly, and kids getting hurt, etc., or leaving kids on. Maybe a Black entrepreneur out there might put together, a ride share that is not too costly, that parents can use to get their kids back and forth to track practice, football practice, to school, etc., where they don't have to ride that bus, or if they miss the bus.
Here's the problem with the contradiction with what you just said. You said, hey, if you're going to make a call to Black entrepreneurs, you can't use the word not too costly, because, entrepreneurs are in it for money. Now, if you need something like that where it's a service for underprivileged and stuff like that, or are disadvantaged, then it needs to be a nonprofit, I suppose. But if I'm gonna come pick up your kid, you're gonna pay me for it. You're gonna pay me really good for it. Probably more than I would charge you to pay. I would pay to just do Uber or Lyft because it's a child. If anything happens to this child, to me, children are precious and they're easily hurt. So if you get into an accident with a child, they're more inclined to get hurt and stuff like that. So it becomes that type of. There is an opportunity, I'm sure, but there's also an opportunity to be like, hey, I'm feeling sick. Why don't you have friends around that can take your kid to school?
Right. Where are her people? I didn't even want to get into that one, but where are people at? Where is anything? Your best friend? All the chicks that you be having on the video popping their coochie for a real nigga? Like, what?
I hesitate to even talk about it because when people like us talk about it, it's very much like, we're judging. They try to, like I saw, some big social medias of people all over Instagram talking about, don't do her. And I'm just like, everybody's talking about it now.
Right.
Why are you mad that some people talk about it and then other people don't talk about it? It becomes that whole cliquish thing with the ghetto viral kids, and it's just not even unnecessary. I feel like, look, if y'all want to traffic y'all kids using Uber and Lyft, that's great. But when something happens to them, don't come crying to me.
That's that? Wait, he said if y'all want to traffic y'all kids. You so messy. And then the birds chirping in the back and make it sound real pretty. Q.
Yes.
Before you got on, before I started talking about Reedy, I asked the question. I said, why does it take an artist from somewhere else that's not in New Orleans to highlight New Orleans and its artists and our great musicians? I mean, why it took so long for somebody to put DJ Jubilee on? I'm just asking for a friend. Go ahead, talk.
These are really messy questions.
They are.
These are messy questions because they don't have any answers that's going to resonate with people and speak to them in a way that's going to make them feel that sense of NOLA pride that everybody likes to sell in the Black community. I'd love to have that again. I think the last time that we really had it was the late 90s because that's when we saw the people here, and I'll start there, the people here start to pop off and go mainstream. We were all here when Cash Money and No Limit got those deals and the effect that they had on the city. But, you got to really speak to the character of the Black people here. And the character of the Black people here is not cohesive. It's not, all together. It's not, people that your audience, people who see this later are probably going to be like, oh, there you go down in one of them. But the truth of the matter is, that's the point of it. It's like you can't really say anything that's not something that they already agree with without it being met with a lot of hostility and misinterpretation. But moving on, the reason why it takes somebody else to come here and put DJ Jubilee on is because the other people here are too busy competing with DJ Jubilee. And even if they make it out, like you got your Manny Fresh. Why didn't Manny Fresh or No Limit put DJ Jubilee on when he's the one that started all the bounds? There's been a lot of artists that have made it. I mean, did PJ Morton not put DJ Jubilee on when he did that whole gospel album of that whole bounce album of Gumbo? Now, I'm a big fan of PJ Morton. He came for me because I came for him, I guess. But my Facebook post tweet to my Twitter. So I was just kind of like, my whole thing was I kind of found it to be pretentious bounce, but I wasn't saying that in a negative. I was saying it in a way where, hey, it's bounce music that middle class Blacks and whites can listen to without having to go to the ghetto to do it.
Right.
Basically it's gentrification bounce. Now, if you see that as an insult, I'm not sure why, because it's not like, I mean, like, because that's what we are, you know what I'm saying? I think it's disrespectful to pretend you're from the hood if you're not. So, so I guess my whole thinking was, when you come here, you know, like the people are so competitive against each other that they're all trying to look for some way out instead of looking to each other for that way to make it just better to be here instead of looking for that way out. So, you know,
Everybody is.
I'm sorry.
I said, yes, you are so correct about everybody competing with everybody and nobody trying to work together. While they're like, no one wants to work on the same platform with someone. No one wants to be a part of a team. It's all about I. And that bothers me.
Everything. And, you know, say what you want to about me, but when people come to me and they're like, want to collaborate, I'm a Libra. I love to collaborate. I'm like, hey, let's do that shit. If that collaboration leads to you to get something bigger than it does for me on that time, I'm not really thinking about it like that. I'm in it for the collaboration. If I know that I'll get what I need from it, you know, and I'll get that recognition if I use it the right way or not. So it's never no hate on me, but, you know, like the hate is real out there.
It
and
is.
You can't deny it in New Orleans, and it's and people try to deny that it's hate, or they try to pretend like I'm the only one that's out here competing, and I'm just like, I'll admit that I'm a competitive person. So when you have other people who say that they're not competing, you should watch out for them because they are competing with you.
Definitely.
And that's the problem with New Orleans. We can't get any major person out of here because they'll really only let one type of act out. It's either two types. It's either your PJ Mortons, where, you know, it's that elitism, or you got on the other end what I call the ghetto viral kids. I won't call it any of their names. But, you know, if you're not one of them, anything that you do, they're gonna attack it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and because the ghetto is the majority here, no matter how you want to slice this shit, I used to hold all of this back, but why hold it back? New Orleans is a city where the majority of the blacks were empowered. You know, all of the blacks were living it, not all of them, but a lot of those projects, they were full of black people. They weren't white people living in there. I mean, they built them for white people, but by the time the 90s came, that's where all the black families were. So when you tear them down, you notice you don't see that as many black people anymore. And then pushed us all out to the east and made the east a ghetto. So it's just like our tribe of black people is more urban than if you go to a more progressive city, you know, I won't name a few, but DC, you know, where you got more education and stuff like that.
Hey, don't say DC and education, Lord.
Look. Okay, every region's got their problems, and black people are oppressed all over the country.
Yes.
You know, so like, I'm just gonna put it right there. But I feel like some people are a little bit further away from that oppression than others in certain cities. Even if they're living in the projects in those cities, it's still better than the projects in other cities.
Listen.
So, you know, when that's the culture here, and that's the only thing that they'll let thrive, and instead of like saying, hey, you know what, let's just create other aspects of our culture, it becomes the thing where if it's not what they can relate to, they attack it.
Right.
And that's why we don't have anything coming out of here anymore. Because
right.
You need like some you need everybody to kind of rally behind you to push you out. But New Orleans is fractured up by neighborhood, by clique, by, you know, just by background and stuff like that. But even within those, you see the things that are happening in that car, the changes that are going on in the culture over there.
The culture at car is, I don't even want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a celebrity there.
Sierra was there yesterday.
Yes.
Sierra was definitely there. You know, a lot of people knew about it beforehand, but instead of them sharing the information, they like to wait till it happens and then put out the information like, oh, I'm in charge of this. So you got what I called on our side the Black Student Union.
You got
the hall mongers.
You took the words right out of my mouth. They wait until it happens so that they can say, I was there, I'm doing that, but don't want anyone else to get the opportunity to say, to get the opportunity to get in front of certain people to do. I'm not saying if it would have been Russell Wilson, I would have been real mad. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying that, but that's what they do. And I call out what they do. People get upset about it, but they can feel how they feel. Me and you both went to cars, so I can speak openly about that. I've been very vocal about whoever these people are. Well, I know who the people are
Right.
on the alumni council and stuff like that. And they're always asking, hey, what is Quincy thinking? And what's, like I'm a very big topic of conversation. But when it comes to, implementing my ideas and hearing out my, what we can really do in the community, you don't want to really hear about that. All you want to hear about is what my opinion is on what you're doing. So how is that productive? How does that make you a positive person that you can sit up and complain about me all the time?
Right.
But that's what you see within the Black community, and the Black community is shrinking because social media turned us all into this very homogenized and monotonous uni group that's just all the same across the country.
Yes. So Quincy, vitamin Q, what's next for the vitamin Q? What's the next big thing?
I got this. I really do. I have this really, really, really big surprise that I've been working on behind the scenes. That I even said I was like, I got to find some big way to present this, but I can't, and I'm not going to say it right now. But I will say that when I am ready to say it, you'll be one of the first people that I'm tagged on it in, and things like that. But I have some events coming up this summer that I want you to come out to. I'm going to be really getting back to podcasting, but in this form of fashion. I really feel like I write a blog for canceled niggas, and there's life after being canceled by Black people. Mm-hmm. Because if you see where if Black people just want to cancel each other and fracture into these little tribes and clans, making themselves even more of a minority than they already are, then that's great. There are some of us that are smart enough to survive on our own.
Right.
We don't need the safety of the collective and pandering to that collective to validate our existence. Like I see so many.
I'm so excited about what you have coming down the line. I miss your voice. I miss your face. Let me stop acting like I don't talk to you when...
You just missed, I was podcasting a lot. I really wanted to let culture do a little bit of transition. Because, we both see the things that have been going on. A lot of it's stale now. It's stale because that nothing that we do is really authentic. It's not coming from our authentic selves. It's coming from pretend and make believe and put on in brands and stuff like that. And I really want to always speak my voice. I want my voice to be from an authentic place.
Awesome.
But I love talking to you, and we got to keep in touch more. I want to hear about what's going on next for you, especially when you're coming to New Orleans again, so that we got this whole new counterculture developing down here.
I'm coming for Black Girl Giggles during the Essence Festival. So,
okay.
I'll be there. I'll be there for almost the entire month of July, though. So,
okay, then that's perfect because, I don't do a lot of Essence activities.
I know you don't do Essence activities, but you going to come out for me?
If I'm in town, I will definitely be there.
You going to get your ass whipped, Quincy. Don't play with me today.
You should. There are just so many changes afoot, you know what I'm saying? And there's so many opportunities for us outside of the Chitlin blog circuit. And I really want to discuss it with you a lot further off camera, because I'm just thinking, do you need Black Girls Giggles? Is the question. That's all I'm asking. This year, we got to ask ourselves these questions. Do we need anything that starts with Black excellence, Black girl? Because all it comes with is a lot of pettiness and cattiness and competitiveness, and it becomes very toxic, and it becomes very pretentious. pretentious and smug, but
you
you're still in a space of lack.
You was my friend. You was my friend, boy. Lord have mercy. I miss you so much. And I know the viewers did you also. Look,
Yes.
we have gone over our time. Next time your ass better come in here on time. Or we gonna fight.
I know. I didn't. This was a new phone, and I didn't have the app downloaded.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see the Zoom app.
Okay.
But I've got you next time, and do let me know whenever you got anything going on in your mind. I'm here to pop in with. Okay.
Thank you so much, Q. I missed it in you. And we gonna keep on doing this daggone thing. Tell everybody bye.
Bye, everybody. Follow the Vitamin Q on Instagram.
Yes.
Facebook is the devil.
Facebook is the, say it again.
Facebook is the devil.
It's the devil.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, boo. So I'm so glad that we just had the Vitamin Q on here. I love him. I love him. I love him. Guys, follow me. Follow me on social media, Algiers Diamond on IG. I know we went long, so I will not be going through anything else. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. Remember, I'll be back on Monday. I have a few other guests on next week that I'm excited about. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead on and give me some shoulder. And y'all have a wonderful weekend. I'll talk to y'all later.